Alright, we are up on crates. Match already started. The camera is crooked. Oh my, what do we have here? We have Slayer from Chykka against Doggo. Unfortunately, I didn't get to cast Doggo last time, but I will get to this time. This, of course, is the Edge of Infinity tournament run in the Breakfast Club by Moriarty, featuring 25 or so different curated customs made by the community. Don't know who made these customs, but we have Fortuna here against Slayer. It's going to be Petersonian on red versus Chykka on blue. This is going to be winners round 2, I believe. Both these players, I think we caught Petersonian's first match, although we didn't see his second game in his first match. I don't know if we caught Chykka's first match. Wait, we take a look at Slayer's UA here. When you initiate a strike after setting your attack, you may spend 1 gauge. If you do will retreat 1 or 2, then you may pay 1 force to play a continuous boost from your hand. So this is emulating the kind of... I don't really know what game Slayer's from, but I know that he's based on... that DeGray, the Yumi character, is based on him. And DeGray does this thing where he like backs up and then kind of lunges forward with like a mix-up, whether it be like in invulnerable move or like a slow, like the pile bunker. So I guess that's what this is emulating, although it's quite expensive. Also has the critical symbol, as you can see at the top right. Against Fortuna, before setting a wild swing, you may boost any number of continuous boosts from your hand before the total printed power of your strike and all cards in your boost area is 11 or more, your attacks miss. So I'm assuming that before actually as written, that before applies to all of Fortuna strikes, so you can't overboost what this character looks like. I'll take a look at the kit here. That's a fun looking card there. I've never seen a 20 before on a card in Exceed, at least. We have like fun dive-like shape. We have another like good card, right? Above curve with the critical, but it's just really expensive, right? 1 gauge and 1 force. I have a feeling that Slayer is going to be one of those very resource-intense characters. You have 137 with a critical of life gain. We have a 6-speeder when criticaled assault shape. We have, of course, the legendary pile bunker move. Looks like it beats sweep. Trades with focus, however. Only 3 guard on it, so the critical adds a little bit of armor. And then we have, looks like a mid-speedy shape, kind of reminiscent of PBJ, except a little bit slower, a little bit more damage on the critical side as well. And his boost kit all costs a force, right? This character's super expensive. Where does he Fortuna initiate a strike here at range 4? Looks like none of these cards hit at 4, so that's just gonna be Petersonian initiating the block. She could try to catch a dive out with the focus. Focus will of course miss, draw a card, and block will be added to gauge. Back to Slayer here. We'll take a look at the Doggo's kit here. Fold. Okay, so this basically allows the return of continuous boost such that you don't exceed the 11 here. I guess equivalent to busting in blackjack. We have big, super long range fireball, 5 to 7. You normally don't see that. As we see, Chykka initiated a dive. Petersonian, however, crosses out. Back at range 3, Fortuna in the corner. We'll take a look at this shape, kind of a reverse cross shape with the at speed 6 with a push, however, instead of a retreat. We have focus like here, sweep like here, range 3 with some defenses. We have, this is an interesting card. That's that's an interesting card. The opponent may discard any number of cards containing their range to you for +2 armor each. So very reminiscent of giving your opponent the kind of block ability, except more specific, as both players boost defend at range 3. Petersonian elects to strike immediately into that. It's gonna be Slayer playing the defensive assault, beating out the dive. I mean, by beating out, I mean the assault will go first, and the dive will dive over. Will not stunned, however. So Fortuna does get out of the corner. Assault does 3 damage after armor. Back to Slayer here, and again, like, does have like that card always very good range 3, right? But that card's good at 3. But both these cards are very expensive, so Slayer, yeah, will just prepare. This UA also really expensive as well. Just like a really expensive character. I mean, powerful abilities, but you're not going to be able to do a whole lot, at least on front side. I don't know if backside kind of alleviates some of these force costs. Okay, we see an expenditure of 2 force to play the boost 5 card draw. Discard your hand, draw 5. We should actually take a look at Fortuna's boost kit here too. So we have a hit, draw 2 cards, gain advantage. We have random +2 power, +2 speed. We have, an interesting hit effect that may sustain itself, but when it hits, goes +3 power. We have a way for both players to know what the wild swing will be for the Fortuna UAs. We see under pressure here. That's going to be +2 armor, +2 guard after add this card to your gauge. This boost performs pretty well when your opponent's down a spike, right? You're pretty much guaranteed to get that after, unless you really get blown up, so good boost here from Chykka. Take a look at Slayer's boost kit. Like, Slayer's boost kit is, everything costs 1. And, like, these also, like, this UA also costs 1 as well. I was trying to imitate the dandy stuff as well, right? So with the retreat 1 or 2. But like at this range, it just feels like it doesn't help a whole lot, right? You really want to be at range 1, looks like, when you initiate the dandy step for the most part. As we see the river boosted, that's going to be reveal wild swing, and the wild swing revealed is a 3-cost ultra called Straight. Can be up to 7 power, but it's 3 gauge, so we're not going to be seeing that anytime soon. So Peterson can set this when he wild swings, but that's not gonna do a whole lot of good here. Back to Chykka. Apologies, just I'm back. Looks like Chykka hasn't taken a move yet. Looks like we will spend 2 force in the form of Dead on Time. That's that dive ultra to move to range 1, or that Danny Step UA looks like it will perform better. I think it's called Dandy Step, right? I'm actually not familiar with the source material, but I think it's called Dandy Step, which is the Fortuna initiate a strike from hand. It's going to be that fold, so returns up to 2 continuous boosts in play to hand. So it looks like that wild card will get returned to hand. Will deal 0 damage, but fold does have 1 armor, so we'll get hit back for 3. Chykka gets add under pressure to his gauge. That boosts the wild card will be added back to hand for Doggo. On hits, we'll draw a card and then can basically decide to prep the next wild swing there. And yeah, that's exactly what Petersonian does. Puts a card from hand on top of deck, and then we'll take 3 damage. As the focus will hit back. Chykka builds 2 gauge off that. With the under pressure boosted, of course. And I think that was Doggo Strikes, so it's back to Slayer here now. Has a good amount. It has 3 gauge, which is nothing to sneeze at. Maybe we can see some of these more expensive abilities come out soon for Chykka. Don't know. It's interesting. That's a... I mean, overhead's a good boost, but this one costs 1. As we see, Chykka just initiate a strike here. Fast slow mix-up? Is this cross, perhaps? Chykka tries to get out of the corner. Or tries to get out of melee range, out of harm's way from Doggo. We see the wild swing set. So we can see any number of continuous boosts boosted for Doggo at this point in time. And we're going to see the +3 power, +2 armor, the all-in, and that's going to be a 7 power move. So, yeah, it's a cross, and yeah, Chykka plays his own cross, just as we predicted. Gets out of harm's way. I mean, the armor still kind of procs, so 14 only takes 1 damage, but well called out there from Chykka, as we predicted. Playing that range 1 cross to get out of harm's way. Back to Doggo here. Actually, no. Yeah, back to Doggo. Doggo looks like Doggo will exceed. Oh, okay, we don't know what Doggo Exceed does. As Doggo Exceed has a little weird glitch to it. Before setting... Okay, so you can boost from gauge as well. Okay, interesting. Interesting time to exceed when you have no gauge, but... I don't see any other difference between front side and back side besides being able to boost from gauge. So definitely an interesting time to exceed there if you're Petersonian, because it doesn't look like there's an innate key charge ability here on this in this kit. Slayer just preps, makes sense to me. Range 4, I don't think he has anything at range 4. Outside of the Dead on Time, of course. 1 copy has been expended. Well, I guess the Dead on Time is still pretty... I mean, 2nd copy, it's still pretty threatening, right? It's a 4 gauge ultra, but 7 power, 7 speed. It's never going to lose combat, basically. As we see Petersonian prep back up to 7, back to Chykka here. As we see the Ignore Armor, now Strike boosted for Chykka. Is this the 2nd copy of the Dead on Time? I mean... paired with that Ignore Armor, it basically just beats everything at the cost of 4 gauge. Normally, it's late. Is not exactly the same as Overhead because this has an after at this card tier gauge as opposed to the hit effect. And yeah, if you're Petersonian, you just kind of have to set a wild swing, right? I mean, you don't want maybe you spend a card from hand that you don't really want, but I don't really see why this character would spend a card from hand. Unless there's a card with 7 guard that I'm missing. There's that, but we don't have any gauge for that. So yeah, this is just going to be pretty much 7 free damage here. What if Chykka ever bluffs here and plays a dive instead? Just expecting Fortuna to wild swing and then just like hope that he doesn't get hit. That's going to be 6 guard. That is not enough for the 7 damage Dead on Time. As Petersonian goes down to 16 health points. Slayer spends a lot of resources for that, but does get 2 gauge back, including an Ultra in there as well. So, not bad at all. Yeah, Fold obviously gets stunned. This will be the wild card initiated from Petersonian. This was known. Looks like Into the Sweep. Sorry, I just kind of completely missed that a strike was happening. No bells or whistles on it, just 6 for 6, right? Although Chykka does have the opportunity to build some armor, but chooses not to. Looks like Chykka could have discarded cards at range 1 to build 2 armor each. 6 for 6, not the trade that Petersonian wants to see, however, so Petersonian down to just 10 HP against Chykka's 24. Chykka almost builds up that 4 gauge as well. If he wants to exceed. Again, I don't really know what the exceed side does, but I'm assuming it makes things cheaper. And yeah, this is looking really bad for Petersonian here, unfortunately. Just overwhelming resources for Chykka as well. Even if he just like chooses to prepare instead of change cards here. Still has 5 cards in hand, 3 gauge, 4 force in the gauge as well. Moriarty says cheaper, so I'm assuming that this does not make things cheaper. I just assumed that it would, just because this ability is just super expensive. So there's only weaknesses econ. Yeah, well, yeah, we figured that, but I assumed that a 4 gauge ultra would somewhat alleviate that, but I'm guessing that's not the case. And we see change cards 4, big CC, big reload there for Chykka, drawing 5, still maintains 2 gauge on top of that. Back to Doggo here. Doggo can boost this, but don't really think it's gonna help so much. Especially because it's a 6 cost boost. Yeah, all dead. What a card, right? It's the first time I've ever seen a 20 on an Exceed card before. That's for sure. It's a fun card. Anyway, back to Petersonian here. Let's see if he can pull something off. I'm not really sure how Petersonian wins this game, I'll be honest. Reading, going for the little bit of a Hail Mary. Reading gets called correctly, though. Just going to be a 3 damage play fast. So we'll push 2, we'll draw a card, and we'll build 2 gauge. So that's something. Not a whole lot in the damage department. Pushes Slayer to range 3, where a card like that becomes just super scary, the Big Bang Upper. As does the Mappa Hunch. So pretty lackluster strike there, in my opinion, just because pretty sure Chykka's going to hit back here, and hit back extremely hard. How many sweeps? How many sweeps for who, Moriarty? Leave Fortuna still has 2 sweeps left. Slayer has 0, I believe. Fortuna has 2 sweeps left, I believe. So we'll try to Wild Swing Cross and then pop a sweep on it. Wild Swing Assault and pop a sweep on it. I mean, surely Slayer just goes for some 6-speed move because he has multiple of them. Yep, there's the critical, just as we predicted. Yeah, so I mean, Fortuna can get out of this with a block, I guess, kind of, except not a block, because this one ignores armor, the Big Bang Upper. Were we boosting splits? So we take a better look at our discard, our Wild Swing here. One gets added to gauge as well, which can be boosted. Are both blocks down for Fortuna? I thought only one was down. Blocks aren't really the most critical thing when you're dealing with 1/6/6 or 1/6/6 before close to ignore armor, though, right? I don't really think that's too good. We see the wild card added to gauge. It's not really going to help. Will Fortuna boost anything else? That's only a 1 cost, right? So can boost something else as well before setting that Wild Swing. We'll boost the play fast from hand. That's going to be the roulette. Can get +2 speed on it. Though this does cost a force. Discards the block, so that is... What? Technically it's technically it's neither, but I'm assuming that it's 0 for +2 speed, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Pocket Aces at 4 speed still loses in the Mappa Hunch. I guess it's not stunned out. So the Mappa Hunch will hit first for what's 5 minus 2 is 3 after armor. The Pocket Aces will hit back for 3 as well. Slayer gets to pick some range afterward as well. But like, see, like the way this is written, the way that was written, technically, I feel like that's neither even nor odd, right? I don't really know what the ruling on that is, but we're just assuming the players played it correctly. Oh, it's supposed to just be otherwise. That's true. So yeah, it's not an even or odd question. It's an even or not even question. Good point, Rose. Okay. Well, I rock, and of course, the pocket aces allows the sustaining of a boost, so that split will be boosted for a little bit more consistent wild swings. I mean, Fortuna's still down 7 to 16 life, so this is still going to be pretty difficult. And Fortuna going for that wild swing again, looks like. Puts that grasp into Gage. And we'll tack on a +2 power to this. That's spicy. That's incredibly spicy, because if Slayer has another 6-speed move, then we're in for a treat. Unless, of course, that boost is also gone as well. The roulette is no longer available for Doggo as well, so this is a really risky strike here, I think. Because there's no way to increase speed on this. So there's a good chance Slayer just has a second copy of a 6-speed move, because I think this is actually just the first one that we've seen, and 5 in hand, 8 in deck. Wouldn't be surprised to see the ignore armor option in hand or something like that. Slayer can even just... Oh, actually Slayer cannot use this UA, it's only on initiates. So I'm assuming we're just going to assume that this is like range 3 mix-up. Doggo does not have any speed 6 moves to mess around with that. Both copies of Straight, I believe, are down. Not that Straight is a threat here at range 3, but... Although Chykka looking like he doesn't have the speed 6 option, because I don't know why you wouldn't just mash it here. Right? Unless I'm missing something. Unless maybe he thinks this is a sweep or something. 8 damage sweep. Yeah, and there's the critical... yeah, there's the critical map of hunch, just as we predicted. That's speed 6. That's going to be 5 power incoming, and Petersonian will be very sad. This is not the... this is not where you want to be if you are... Fortuna in this matchup against a Slayer with critical resources, right? Multiple speed 6 options to deal with. Yeah, it's going to be, 5 power incoming. Doggo down to just 2 HP. Slayer 6 wants to cross over, stay at that range 1. And are we going to see the Dandy Step checkmate into the... It's not really a checkmate, because I think Doggo can kind of pull anything out. No, it's just going to be the Ignore Armor Grasp, and yeah. That's going to be game 1 going to Slayer. Just Chykka building up just enough resources to handle the extreme costs that are associated with Slayer. And ending up winning in quite a convincing fashion there. But anyway, this is a best of 3, so we still have Petersonian still has a chance to win the next 2 games to win the set. And both these players are in winners as well, so neither of them will be eliminated if they lose as well. But what characters do both these players have? Petersonian has the Doggo, has the Spider-Man, and has the Skull Kid. Chykka has anime character number 1 and like maybe anime character number 2. I don't know what either of those characters are. But I guess we'll find out. I can't really tell what they are. Huh. Is Peterson actually just like shuffling his deck? Looks like he's not bringing out the Fortuna. He's just like hitting R on this, and then whatever he's gonna yoink out is gonna yoink out. It's gonna be the Skull Kid into the Shatoto. Okay. Okay, fine, cool. We saw it. I actually was a big fan of the Skull Kid custom when I first saw it. I thought it was a really cool concept. Big ups to whoever made the Skull Kid. I think so far that might be my favorite custom as far as just like an idea is concerned. I thought that was a really cool looking idea. We'll take a look at this kit. Your attacks when speed ties have a printed power of 3, and after add this attack to your gauge. That's so interesting. Okay, this is not what I expected at all. Your attacks when speed ties have a printed power of 3, and have after add your attack to gauge. But there's gonna be a very interesting backside to this character for sure. Seeing how it's a 1-cost exceed. Can't wait to see it. Don't know what it is. Take a look at the kit real quick. We have slow fireball, 5 power. We have gauge recursion? Question mark. Not very surprised to see something like that. With the addle's actually an interesting boost there. We have another like big boy attack at 7 power, right? Doesn't really work with front side, but also like a weird kind of way to play an ultra. It's like a weird ultra shape thing, right? With the passive on this, we have what looks like a exceed payout move. We have super dodge here. It only speed 5, however. We have 14. That's a weird way to put like the 0 to 2 Treasure Knights passive of Maelstrom Chest on it, but fine, whatever. With also before activate your exceed mode at no cost at a 6 gauge ultra. Okay, that's pretty spicy. I have no idea what's going on with this character, I'll be honest. If this attack would be invalid, instead discard 4 cards from your gauge. For each card fewer than 4 discards. This character is funky. Whatever's going on now, this character's funky. With Skull Kid to be initiating strike here, Skull Kid does have that fast fireball, right, at speed 6 of the laser. Which does give the transform to the opponent of spending force for extra range. Could also be just a dive or the fast dive here in the Stomping Lunge as well. I feel like initiating Stomping Lunge turn 1 isn't the best. And yeah, it is in fact just going to be the regular dive. Will be blocked by Shitoto. Technically this block has a power of 3, but has no range, so actually cannot hit, right? Discards 1 copy of the Thunder 3, of course, can be recurred via the hit effect and takes 1 damage. This Chykka. Shitoto just preps. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Shitoto? I don't really see how else you would pronounce this. Petersonian stay on the aggression here, striking again. Range 1 options for this character include that that's 6 damage. What's the throw? What's the? Why can't I not remember the name for this? It's like an SPD. What's like a special throw? I don't know. Anyway, it's just gonna be the rending claws into the between the lines. Between the lines will go first and we'll dodge this rending claws. Or does he want to dodge the rending claws? Because the rending claws gives the Gyrorg's mask at the cost of 4 power. But no, that's a hit effect that you probably don't want to see landing. If you are Skull Kid's opponent, you definitely don't want Skull Kid to be drawing 3 cards here, especially with this aggression. So the between the lines will dodge. Has an after move to 8. Interestingly enough, Chykka does not. Wait, hold on. This doesn't hit, right? Oh, it's okay. It's the after that goes before this cleanup. Oh my god, this is just rules nightmare here. What is this character? This character's a rules. What is this character? Like a rules check to see if you know how to read? Clearly, I don't know how to read. It says after attack, add your attack to the gauge. So this cleanup actually never. The cleanup doesn't even take place, does it? Yeah, I guess the cleanup never takes place because this after kind of overrides it, and then the cleanup no longer exists. What's a? This is a. It's a rules massacre. It's a not massacre. It's a rules nightmare. Anyway, Skull Kid initiating another strike here. Could it be the 6-speed laser? Could it be the ignore guard whip? Could also be the fast dive as well. Could just be assault dive spike mix up. Petersonian really going low on cards here to initiate 3 strikes in a row. However, yeah, I'm assuming the cleanup on this card happens once you exceed. Also takes place if you're stunned. Yeah, that's true. Shitoto just says no. Luckily, was not the laser. Was just the assault. So both players move a couple spaces back. Wait, that cross did not hit. No, but of course, okay, it's this. After adding your attack to gauge, God, what a fundamentally warping character. I'm gonna screw that up for the rest of the set. After add your attack to gauge, huh? What a fundamentally just warping ability. We don't even know what the exceed side does yet. Anyway, we saw defend boosted from Chykka, prep from Skull Kid, back to Chykka here. Boost the light on top of that. Plus 2 speed. And yeah, obviously Princess Power 3 because she's a little. We see the flight boosted. That's gonna be a move up to 3, putting Skull Kid at range 1. That's melee range, of course. Using that SPD shape to do so. Laser mid range is 3. 3 to 6. It's a Ryu fireball. No, it could not dodge laser. Anyway, I think it's back to Chykka here. Yeah, laser is a Ryu crit fireball. 3 to 6, 4, 6. It looks like Chykka just taking a look at the kit here. Actually, he's moused over this laser. Well, the laser not a threat here in range 1. Add this card to your gauge, activate your exceed mode, then strike. Okay. Add the top card of your discard to your gag. We got a little typo here. When you move our... Okay, we saw that. You cannot take damage from normal attacks. This character is trippy, man. This character... Add up to 2 card, not 2 cards. Okay, fine, whatever. Got a couple typos on this character, as to be expected, because of course, these are custom characters. We see the Enochian boosted, that is going to be Tachyon and after at the top card of your discard to your gauge, so more gauge generation here. Spends a second copy of Sweep to do so. Skull Kid just prepares once more. Chykka does the same. This also has a hit sustain. It's funky to see this, the first part of the boost just says sustain itself, but that makes sense. It's going to be Fierce plus 2 power for Skull Kid, trying to make the next hit really count. I mean, against this character, right, your attack is a printed power of 3. It's going to be a big trade here if Chykka gets that trade down. It's going to be a big trade for Petersonian. Rather, Petersonian gets the trade in, because Chykka wants to avoid the trade if possible with this frontside UA. Chykka's still in the corner, surprisingly. Has not been able to find a way out. Looks like there isn't a whole lot of movement in this kit. Yeah, looks like there are no movement boosts here. So would have to spend force or cross to get out of the corner. Read the attack. I read this already. It's 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 something, right? It's something, right? Don't wild swing into it, but also, hey, it actually hits for damage. No, I read this one already. Although I don't think I actually made it to the bottom of the card. I made it to the bottom of the card in my head, but I don't think I made it to the bottom of the card. For the viewers, but this is what a what a funky. I'd say this character is so far the quirkiest of the ones that I've seen. Yeah, if you wild swing mill yourself, at the very least, it doesn't go through reshuffle. At the very least, so you can wild swing it like really late in the game and then not be nearly as punished. Similar to that Skullman ability. Was it Burning Justice? I will say this is probably the longest passive I've ever seen on a card before. Seeing how this passive is an entire paragraph and a line. We see second Enochian boosted from Chykka. And Petersonian is just raring to go. Gets that strike down immediately. Will Shitoto get okay, yeah. It's just gonna be immediate grasp into focus here. What the focus will deal 6, grasp will only deal 1. Or grasp will deal focus will deal 5, excuse me, there's a defend in there. Billion gauge for Shitoto. Both the Enochians sustain themselves, because of course that was a 9-speed grasp. That's going to be what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gauge for Chykka here on this character. Moriarty says, "Uh-oh, maybe reading into the future a little bit." Again, we don't know what this character does, but Moriarty says, "Uh-oh, we believe him." She's got the mana that she needs. Frowny face. Are we about to see a dead Skull Kid here, perhaps? Chykka just prepares once more. Back to Skull Kid here. Slight life lead, but as far as the gauge goes, Chykka has more than enough of it. And can even build more. So as double Enochian setup. Let's be defend boosted for Petersonian, gets tapped by Chykka. Back to Petersonian here. Range 1 options again include that multiple ignore guard options. That Rending Claws as well. What was that? Oh, okay. I was boosting Gather to draw 1, and then regain your action. Second thing, Grasp into Focus. That's gonna be 3 more gauge built for Shitoto here. That's gonna be up to what 9 gauge looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sustains the double Enochian as well. A little bit of damage done, right? Only 1 damage to Petersonian, whereas Shitoto takes 4 more. However, that's gonna be 9 total gauge here. So things are about to get real, I fear. I just don't know. I don't know how things are about to get real, but I think they are. I will say the concept of the character is quite cool so far, but man, this is just a nightmare as far as all these just like things that you would like normally do are just not done because of this frontside UA, just like with the after and all that. So A little bit difficult to keep up for your first time looking at the character, but we're trying our best. Will Chykka try to get more value out of this Enochian right now? Has built up 9 gauge, right? We're going to be spending 1, 2, 3, 4 gauge. And what were we spending 4 gauge for? Probably to move, if I had to guess. Or wait, is there something that costs 4 here that I'm just not aware of? No, nothing that I see here costs 4. Petersonian is like mousing over this space because that's would be 4. I'd be 4 forced to take the move action to move to center. Also, just like getting more fuel for the Enochian, and yeah, that's gonna be Shitoto taking center. Spending 4 gauge to do so, not a big deal when you have these sustained boosts as such. Skull Kid gonna be initiating strike here. Are we looking at the speed 6 option once again? The laser. It's gonna be Chykka playing the assault. Oh, and Skull Kid playing the assault, but Shitoto wins speed ties. So that's going to be 3 more gauge built for Chykka. A little baby 3 damage assault coming through. There's 1, 2, 3 gauge with the sustains on as well. Yeah, exactly, Rose. I'm thinking Chykka wants to get even more value out of this Enochian. So far worked out. Skull Kid not playing the laser there. So Shitoto winning with that assault. We now have 8 gauge. Petersonian taking a look at maybe what's to come. We, however, don't know yet, as the viewer. I guess, does Chykka want to get even more value out of this this boost, right? Due to the UA, slows trade down, but slows still generally get this after, unless Petersonian's brave enough to just go for a naked incarnation of Majora. I think both sweeps are down too, so it's really just focuses left for Chykka that function as slows. Okay, what do we have here? Let's say 1 force boost. Put a continuous boost from your discard into play. Play a boost. Strike face up with a normal or special attack from your discard. Okay, so are we playing light? We're going to be playing a boost from hand, and then probably just striking with the cross. Which looks unbeatable. Yeah, it looks unbeatable. So we are gonna be getting even more value here. More Enochian value with this cross. Chykka just deciding what boost to play from hand, it looks like. We're still resolving this triple cast here. We're gonna resolve it with the convert, and potentially adding even more cards from hand to gauge here. Actually, no, we're just gonna playing the convert just because we have to play a boost here. Now we're striking with an 8-speed cross, which builds 3 more gauge. That's gonna be gauge number what? That's gonna be gauge number 8, 9, and 10 for Chykka. As Chykka deals 3 more damage. Just whittling away here as the Enochians continue to gain value. Yeah, gauge was spent for triple cast Moriarty. Skull can initiate a strike here. Could this finally be the laser? To be fair, it's kind of weird to see laser come out here. Maybe, I think it's fast dive. Or regular dive. I don't think it's laser. I think it's fast dive or regular dive, honestly. Because I feel like if laser was in Petersonian's hand, he just kind of would have played it however many turns ago, however many opportunities he's had to play laser. So I'm really not thinking this is laser. We're going to see Chykka with the EX Lucid Dreaming. It is the Stomping Lunge as we predicted. This has before close 3, hits discard a card at random, and after advance up to 2. The EX Lucid Dreaming will take 1 damage, and then will return half the cards engaged to hand, and then we'll draw a bunch of cards as well. Okay, so we have, what, 10 gauge? So Chykka will return 5 cards to hand, and then we'll draw 5 as well. And then, of course, we'll add 2 cards from discard to gauge. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Yeah, just want to make sure that's that's I'll discard matter. Oh yeah, it matters for the Enochian, of course. Anyway, that's Meteor gets discarded, so the Meteor in the second copy of Lucid Dreaming will be added as an after, and then of course we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gauge. So Chykka will return 6 cards from his gauge to his hand, and then we'll draw 6. Okay. This is a little bit, this is getting a little bit silly here, this character. I've never seen something like this before. Chykka just looks like, yeah, he's got a big decision to make here as to what gets returned. Looks like we're returning a Lucid Dreaming across a Fire, a Meteor, a Between the Lines, maybe a Grasp, if he wants to get more value. No, EX Between the Lines? No. And of course the Twin Mold Mask gets transformed, and this is a pretty, like, I don't know, I mean, this transform really sucks. This transform really sucks in my opinion. That Twin Mold Mask. And it's like, I don't know, this one to me feels like this is the card that's like not worth it compared to the other ones, for me at least, in Skull Kid's kit. It's a fast dive, it's 3 damage with a sweep effect. But this transformed me. It just feels so brutal. Maybe I'm overstating it though. Anyway, these 6 cards will be returned to hand. It's going to be the Lucid Dreaming, Crossfire 4, Meteor, Between the Lines, and Sweep. And then Chykka will draw 6 as well. Now it's a 13 card hand. As that Lucid Dreaming finally gets added to gauge, and finally this attack is resolved. We're going to see the transpose. No, we're not going to see the transpose. We have a known transpose here, for one. Chykka has 4 cards in his discard, so still has value left to gain with the Enochian boost. Again, has a 13-card hand, because this character is just a little bit silly. Just a little bit. This is, you know, this character is really out of the box. Really out of the box character. Chykka does have the ability to exceed with the transpose. Has actually both copies of Meteor in hand, fun fact. Has like a free cross in hand if he wants to take it, with double Enochian value as well. Like this is something else. This is something else. It looks like we are going to be boosting the Meteor. No, we'll take it back. And we boost it again. And are we taking it back this time? We are not, looks like. For 1 force, we can add this card to our gauge, activate Arc Seed mode, and then strike, so we can finally see what all the hubbub is about. Discards the spike to do so. So that transpose. What do we have here? When you reveal a normal attack, discard a card from your gauge for +2 power. Oh, okay. When you reveal normal, discard a card from your gauge for +2 power. At the end of your turn, if you have no cards in your gauge, flip this and draw 1. Well, gauge is not an issue. I mean, this is obviously just the cross. Petersonian plays sweep from hand. That was never going to win. That is going to be a 5 damage cross incoming. Builds 2 builds 2 bar as well. We are now at range 5. At range 5, we have Thunder 3 that deals damage. We have that's actually the only card. Petersonian striking. Is this the laser finally? I don't know. I just feel like laser should have come out. Would have come out just such a long time ago had Petersonian actually had it. I really just don't believe that this is laser. Petersonian. Oh, Chykka tries to play cross, but does not have the wind speed ties anymore. So the laser actually beats out the cross. A little mistake there from Chykka. Finally, these Enochians will drop as well. As Chykka will be stunned, will not get an after. Is forced to discard a gauge. Due to the Death's Handmaiden. Which is a passive, looks like, so must discard a gauge to do so. However, Chykka is stunned. Those Enochians will go down. 4 damage laser incoming. However, this means that the mask gets what order did I miss? Oh, yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter. Maybe it matters. Anyway, the mask gets transformed, so Chykka can spend 1 force to add additional range. Notably, how does this work with where's that card? How does this work with Meteor? I don't think this works with Meteor. I don't think this additional range works with Meteor, because this is just a passive, right? So there's no way. That's so weird, right? But if we were using like the Treasure Knight reading, like the Treasure Knight writing of the card, right? Like the Maelstrom chest or like the King Knight card, Victory Trumpets as well. Like it doesn't matter with that. And yeah, Rose makes a good point. This character also does have a rage boost as well. Anyway, we're gonna see the second copy of Triple Cast boosted. We'll be spending a dive from our discard to do so. The only attacks that hit... Oh, Thunder 3 hits. Fire 4 hits if we get... Oh, I mean, we can just tack on additional range as well. This is a nightmare. This is such a nightmare. Okay, so the triple cast... looks like we're getting the sweep from discard into play. The ley lines from hand into play. And we are striking with a face-up Thunder 3. This is going to be, what, 5 power? 5 power, speed, 6. Have fun dealing with this. Smile. 5, yeah, just has to Wild Swing. The Moonveil is going to be invalid because, of course, we are not in Exceed mode. Spike's not going to do a thing. So it's going to be a 5 power Thunder 3. Thunder 3 returns from discard pile to hand as well. What a what a trip this character is. The ley line should yeah, the ley line's just sustain itself. There's nothing in here as well. Wait, we're gonna see Skull Kid finally get to Exceed, so he gets the 1 force for +2 power. Although I'm not sure that this is gonna help the situation in any way. I just really don't think this is going to help the situation in any capacity, because this is just this is something else. At least I think we're out of triple casts, because I think Chykka's out of triple casts because he lost his Enochian boosts, so he's no longer actually recurring from discard so much anymore. So I think he's lost his triple cast, because I think a triple cast would just win the game here pretty much. But no, that's not the case. Can just strike with like a dive with +2 power on it and +1 speed. Because dive at range 5 of course works with the mask, which gives Chykka additional range. Because obviously Chykka didn't have enough abilities before, so Skull Kid of course very nicely decides to give Chykka a couple more abilities, right? Anyway, this is a massacre. So, this is I don't know how Skull Kid turns this game around. I really don't. I don't know. Like Moonfall just feels like it's not gonna hit ever. Wrath of Majora maybe can hit at 5 speed. I just feel like a 4 speed attack is not gonna hit, but a 5 speed might. Let's see. Right, let's see. I mean, Chykka still has what, 8 cards left in hand. At least can't you know, I could probably get Thunder 3 discard for recursion value there. Thunder 3 at speed 4. Does that perform well enough just to strike with it outright? Loses second laser. Chances that Petersonian actually has second laser I feel like are low, but maybe not low enough that you want to throw the game off it. I don't even know what else. Yeah, I don't even know what else Majora could do here. Majora pretty low on force as well, right? Especially with the Twin Molds mask. I mean, there's a world where, I mean, you can... No, I don't think so. Oh, there's another triple cast. Oh no, there's another triple cast. There's another triple cast in here. We must have recorded one at some point. Drop that Thunder 3, and we get +2 speed. We get a boost from hand, and then we strike with the other Thunder 3. This is ridiculous. This is something else. We get a light in play, for +2 speed on it, and it's just, that's ridiculous. Or we can even just play dive, right? We have a dive in the discard, right? We can play a 6-speed dive. Looks like that's actually what's gonna happen here. 5-speed dive. Okay, never mind. This is gonna be a. Why is he playing Thunder 3? Don't just play dive. Dive kills. There's a dive in here for sure, or whatever. I mean, we get the recursion value, I guess. Oh, we don't get recursion value. I guess we lose the ley lines. Petersonian does Wild Swing block. So this is what, 7 power? So yeah, this was what, 7 power? We're just assuming that Chykka's following the rules at this point. Gets that recursion value as well. Petersonian drops a Wrath of Majora, that's the 5-speed Ultra. Taking 1 currently. Drops the focus, now it's taking nothing. Okay. Petersonian just out of resources here. The ley lines will continue to be sustained because of course the Death's Handmaiden was not moved. Back to Majora here, and this is I guess this is what happens when you let this character play. I'm assuming the strategy against this character is to not let the character breathe. And I'm assuming it has to do with, like, don't let double Enochian go off 4 separate times, right? But this looked it's a hard game to analyze to see where things went wrong as Petersonian just prepares once more. Are we gonna be striking with the 4-speed Thunder? No, we're actually just going to be spending the Meteor to step back and force Majora to spend even more force to come in, right? Can't hit at range 7. Majora cannot hit at range 7, but of course, Death's Handmaiden can, and yeah, it's going to be an expenditure of 2 force to move 1, because of course the Twin Mold's Mask is on. Oh yeah, good call. Thank you, Rose. Don't know what you guys would be doing. Don't know what I'd be doing without you guys for this absolute nightmare of a character as far as rules, as far as remembering things are concerned. Following the rules are concerned as well. But yeah, the ley lines drops because of course it's just a passive. When you move or are moved, discard this boost from play. Petersonian goes for the reshuffle action. Okay, says I need my options back. I don't know what options we need back for Petersonian, but he needs something back. Notably, 1 block is caught engage, so I mean, this Chykka's just gonna be striking with his Thunder 3 on his next turn, right? Maybe boosting something and then striking into it, but nope, that's gonna be the reshuffle action take by Petersonian. Sitting at range 7, so I mean, Thunder 3 is going to be struck with almost certainly here. Just don't know how Chykka's going to combo it. I mean, what are the ways you can combo this? Actually, not a whole lot you can combo this with, assuming there's no triple cast in hand, which I don't think there is. Yep, Chykka takes that Thunder 3 into hand and initiates a strike. Adds range on it. I don't... Oh yeah, because it's free. Because adding range on it's free because you're going to recur this. Or actually, in fact, you have to add range on it because it was in the gauge before, so gauge to discard. Thank you, Majora, for giving this character ways to discard from gauge, from putting cards from gauge to discard, just completing that triangle of hand to gauge to discard, and gauge to hand. The recursion triangle is now complete. Good luck dealing with this Petersonian. It's a 5 damage Thunder 3 incoming that you cannot, this character cannot dodge, right? Yeah, this character can't do anything about that. It's at range 7 for sure. This is a character for sure. This is definitely the wildest character I think I've seen so far out of the custom set. I thought the Doggo would be the most wild character that I've seen, but no, Doggo does not even come close to this monstrosity. Okay, it's the Moonfall. Wait, Moonfall... Wait, Moonfall beats the Thunder 3 because there's no speed. I forgot the speed. The speed's gone, and I guess so did Chykka, because this Moonfall just... Oh my. Wait. Have we thrown? Have we thrown? Wow. I guess Chykka forgot that the Thunder 3 no longer... And I forgot as well, the Thunder 3 no longer beats the Moonfall without the ley lines. So that Moonfall will do 10 damage, bringing Chykka down to just 5 HP. Looks like an expenditure of 2 force. As well for 2 additional power. Looks like it's what Majora's adding. So that's going to be actually a 12 damage Moonfall. We missed that, right? Because when we were considering possibilities, we just kind of assumed that ley lines would always be up, just because it looked like a boost that would just always be up. But no, Chykka moved back out of the way to have that Thunder 3 hit. But luckily Majora just has a full board speed 4 fireball, like it hits everywhere at 4 speed for 10 damage for free. And then tack on the +2 power as well for this hit effect. And Death's Handmaiden is down to just 3 HP. Anyway, Majora then boosts Run to move to range 4. It's going to be back to Death's Handmaiden here. What a time. What a time. How does Chykka win this now? I mean, Laser just wins the game, obviously. Technically, you can get out of Laser by playing like a +1 range Assault, I guess. But Assault's only 6 power, so it would lose something like Sweeper Focus. Fakey says easy for Big Peter. If you want to see Game 3, you better hope Petersonian wins this one, because Chykka did win Game 1 with the Slayer of the Doggo. What's up, Fakey? Yeah, Big P with the comeback, right? With the Moonfall, which we also kind of forgot existed. Maybe Chykka actually got lost in the sauce as well, right? With the just there's so many things to remember with this character. Real brain teaser of a character. Oh my, it's an EX being set. We like probably know what this is. I don't know what this is, but I mean, someone more astute than I should know what this is. Is this the EX Spike? I think maybe this is the EX Spike, which just wins the game here at speed 4, unless Petersonian has drawn second copy of Laser. Or a Stomping Lunge would perform well as well, right? Fast Dive. Is this just EX Spike? I feel like I have not seen Spike from Chykka all game. And EX Spike does do exactly 8 damage. Right, like this is incredibly obvious what this is. It's not that, it's not that. It could be the Blizzard, I guess. At speed 6. Maybe we haven't seen a Blizzard yet. It's not the Fire, it's not Lucid. And we did add +1 range, +1 max range to this attack as well. Did the Death's Handmaiden. Yeah, well, sorry, Petersonian has this transform, which gives Chykka the ability to get +1 max range on his attacks at the cost of 1 force. So I guess we have to... I guess this the speed 6 or is this the Spike? Speed 6 does not kill, the Spike does at speed 4. But there are multiple ways for Majora to avoid a speed 4 Spike, right? There are actually a ton of ways. Petersonian with the Rending Claws, just for a little bit of armor. It is that Blizzard 3, so the Blizzard 3 will do, what, 4 damage? 2 after armor. Death's Handmaiden will return to her front side. Chykka will draw a bunch of cards for it. Hand is now known for Chykka. See a hand of EX Focus, Block, Dive, Assault, and Meteor, and a Lucid Dreaming as well. Meteor is a funny option that does hit. Petersonian looks like he's just prepared. Take a look at this hand. Just a little bit more in detail. The reversion, of course, means that Assault does not kill here anymore, right? Because Shitoto's down to 3 printed power attacks, right? Petersonian prepping makes perfect sense here, right? When we're looking for Laser, we're looking for Fast Dive. With Shitoto at only 3 HP, although there's a good amount of armor to chew through in here with the X-Focus and the Block. We're boosting the Addle. That's going to be when the opponent initiates a strike, they must Wild Swing. As Chykka triggers his reshuffle automatically. That's going to be an expenditure of 2 force. 3 force. Majora needs to spend 1 more force. Done. Okay. Majora back to range 7 now, spending 4 force to do so. course, due to the Twin Mold's mask. Range 7 means that's only range 6 attacks will hit, so that would actually just be the Thunder 3 that hits at this range. Shitoto looks like spending 1, 2, 3, 4. Forced to move to range 3. Range 3 is interesting, right? Because the mask... This is really range 2, right? The mask adds range. Majora goes for the wild swing here. It's going to be the assault. The Wrath Majora is not going to do it. The Lashing Whip is not going to do it. Loses the speed tie because, of course, Shitoto's backside wins speed ties. That's going to be 3 damage incoming. The Lashing Whip gets stunned out. Assault gets added to Gauge. And 3 to 3. Reminder, Chykka still has Block, EX Focus, and the Meteor in hand. Petersonian has 4 unknown cards. This, your attacks win speed ties doesn't now matter, what, 2 or 3 times now this match? Maybe 3. And has stunned out Petersonian each time. Reminder that Majora does have a command grab, so Focus is not a free option here. Focus / Block are not free options here. As we see, Light boosted for Chykka, it's plus 2 speed. Back to Majora here. Majora looking to set an EX, perhaps? What's going on here? Nope. The expenditure of 3 force. Let's be change cards 3, drawing 3. We'll drawing 2 and then 1 friend of turn. The Twin Mold's mask really really hampering Petersonian's force usage this game. That's like the 3rd time it's mattered or something. Chykka with the light at range 1. Petersonian asks, Light has been active 7 times? I mean, it's been active quite a bit. It's been active a lot of times. I think at least 6. If not quite 7, at least 6. See the parry come out here from Chykka. Wonder if he's pairing the SPD or the ignore guard option. Parry something. We see a hand of Grass, Spike, Sweep, and Assault, and we're going to have to get rid of that if we're Petersonian because we have double reading in hand. Yep, and Chykka confirms it was the SPD that was parried. The command grab. And that's a hand of what, like 2, 3, 5, 7. Speed change cards 4, drawing 4. Chykka taking a look at discards, maybe thinking reading is now the option to win this game, to attempt to win this game. with EX Focus in hand. That's going to be 4 in hand, 8 in deck for Petersonian at this point in time. It's going to be the Meteor. Boosted as Transpose, add this card to your gauge, activate your Exceed mode, and strike. And could this be the final strike of the game? As Shitoto is now going to become Death Incarnate once more. It's going to be EX Focus in the hand of Chykka. And Chykka just sets an EX attack, so very likely to be Focus. Re-reveals EX Focus in the hand. Sets an EX attack. EX Incarnation, of course, is not going to do it at speed 4, right? A funny way to get at this if your Majora is like EX Dive. EX Grasp, also with this hit effect, would be 6 damage, overpowering the 3 armor here. Wild Swing Incarnation of Majora is not going to do it. The EX Focus will go first, hit for 5, or hit for 7, excuse me, and win the game. This will be Chykka taking this at 2-0. This second character was a little bit of a doozy. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it here, a little bit short. For those of you that don't know, the Yomi 2 demo is out, so I'm gonna go play that instead. Though I will not confirm or deny whether Yomi 2 is a better game than Exceed. Yomi 1 certainly is, but I have my reservation about Yomi 2. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are on Twitch, feel free to leave a follow. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be doing, maybe casting 1 or 2 matches later this week if we have the opportunity. Again, this was the Edge of Infinity tournament run in the Breakfast Club Discord. You can find a link to that somewhere. I always say that I'm gonna put in the description of the YouTube video, but I never do. But maybe we'll get to that at some point. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.